Hi everyone, Alan Bauer here in Bay City, Michigan. And tonight I want to cover what actually makes CTFO products stand out from the competition. And whether you're a customer, you probably asked yourself, I see CBD everywhere out there, everybody claims to be the best. Why is CTFO better? What makes them stand out apart? Or maybe you're a new associate and you're wondering, okay, how am I going to promote this product when there's, thousands of competitors out there and everybody's claiming to be the same or be better? So there's really two things that separate CTFO from the competition. Number one is our CBDA, and number two is our 10X. So let me explain what each one is. CBDA is what's actually in the hemp plant before it breaks down into CBD. So when they first process the hemp plant, it's all CBDA in there. There is no CBD. Now, when they process it, it goes through a heating process and CBDA naturally breaks down into CBD. So it made sense to do a study and find out, well, what happens if we didn't break down the CBDA and we use that? So there's been a lot of research on that, and CBDA has been found out to be a great natural alternative to a lot of other things. So what are the potential medical benefits of CBDA? Well, first of all, CBDA inhibits what's known as the COX-2 enzyme in our body. So what's a COX-2 enzyme? The COX-2 enzyme is actually associated with inflammation after we have an injury or infection in our body. That's what actually makes you swell up. So by blocking that COX-2 enzyme, what CBDA does is it relieves inflammation and the pain associated with it. CBDA also affects the levels of serotonin. And serotonin is a chemical in our body which regulates things like our motor skills, sleeping, eating, digestion, and our emotions. So let's take, for example, cancer patients. They go through chemo and radiation, and what that does, the chemo and radiation actually triggers our body to produce an excess amount of serotonin. And what that does is that causes nausea and vomiting in the patient. So what CBDA does, it affects the body's 5-HT serotonin receptors. And what that does, by affecting that, it actually controls the nausea and vomiting. And it does that 100 times better than the typical prescription drugs that are used for anti-nausea and vomiting. So speaking of the 5-HT serotonin receptors, what we found too is CBDA actually works on those same receptors, much the same way that antidepressant prescription drugs do. And this means that it could actually help to fight depression. And finally, the research also on the CBDA shows that it has a way to stop the migration of a highly aggressive form of breast cancer cell that's known as the MDA MB231. Now again, all these statements that I made, they are not approved by the FDA, and a lot of the studies have not been on humans, they've been on rodents, but draw your own conclusions there. This is for educational purposes. So draw your own conclusions and you can see where this is going. Now, that was number one. Our CBDA is what makes CTFO different from the competitors. Number two is our 10X. So what is 10X? Well, 10X is the patented technology that no other company has. Only CTFO has this. We are the only company out there that has the 10X technology. So what the 10X technology does is it stabilizes the CBDA. And as I mentioned before, normally the CBDA is unstable. So what happens when sunlight or heat hits it, it automatically breaks down into CBD. So what the 10X does is it stops the CBDA from breaking down into CBD. And it actually stabilizes that and keeps it in there. So CBDA is the new hottest wave of technology. CBD is, it was great, but it's kind of old news now because of the discovery of CBDA and all the benefits that CBDA has over regular CBD. So there's a lot of companies out there now, you can do a search on the internet and they're all claiming, hey, we have CBDA also. But when I go to their website, I notice something. You look on their label and it doesn't even say CBDA on there. It just says CBD. It doesn't show how many milligrams it has, or they want you to, if they do, it's like normally like maybe half a milligram of CBDA in there, where CTFO has 378 milligrams of CBDA. So we have 600 times more CBDA than any of the competitors. And the reason for that is because of the 10X. So the 10X Pure actually stabilizes that CBDA so we can enrich our product and keep that stable. So even if the other companies were able to have that CBDA in there, again, it's only like maybe half a milligram in their whole bottle, but you're not even guaranteed that it will make it to your door and still be there. Why? Because during the transportation, if it's in a warehouse, a hot warehouse, or it's in a hot truck, or it's sitting out in your mailbox in the heat, that CBDA, again, could break down into regular CBD. So it may have left the factory with that half milligram from the competitors, but by the time it gets to your door, you don't even know if that's in there. It could have already turned back into CBD. With CTFO, you're guaranteed that you have at least 300 milligrams of CBDA in the bottle. Out of the 1,000 milligrams, 300 of that is guaranteed to be CBDA. And on our recent lab test, it actually showed that we had 378.1 milligrams of CBDA. So that's guaranteed to get to your house because of the 10X Pure. Now, the other thing about the 10X Pure is the absorbability. And because oil and water normally don't mix, so it does protect the CBDA, and the 10X Pure makes sure that that absorbability actually makes the CBDA get to your target area. So what's nice about that, with that, you're going to get the full benefit of the CBDA, where with other companies, you're not guaranteed to get it. And some companies also will claim of this nanotech, that theirs is better absorbability. And while nanotech really can be better absorbability, the problem is that with nanotech, it breaks down that CBD and CBDA molecule to where it doesn't act like CBD or CBDA. So why even mess with nanotech? It's not great technology if the product doesn't even act like it's supposed to anymore. So that's where the 10X Pure comes in, and it actually leaves the CBD molecule whole and it leaves the CBDA molecule whole, so it still does act like they're supposed to. And then it also helps it get to the target area of your body. So that's all I have. I just wanted to show you again the two things that really make our company stand out with CTFO on our products. Number one is the CBDA, and number two is the 10X Pure technology. So I just wanted to give you that information, and that's all I have for tonight. Thanks.